about it is we bring you legit news, the news that is being verified. And today we'll be talking about Donald Trump and the president of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa. You know, let me just give you a quick recap on what has been going on. Elon Musk is Trump's bully, and since he took power, I've reported on this how the whites in South Africa are just about 7%, even after the appetites. They give back the country, but they hold the economic. They alone own more than 70% of South African lands and money as a whole. So, in fact, I can say they are very rich, and too bad for the rest of the South Africans that are black. They are equally suffering because most of them, even if they want to build lands, they don't have lands to build. And just like a lot of African countries, that they survive agriculture. But when we talk about farmers, and if I will still take back to you, Trump will confirm that in one of his statements when he says that, but farmers in South Africans are white. That is true. Farmers in South Africans are white because blacks don't have the land to farm. Alright, so back to the why Ramaphosa went to America. Alright, so since ever Donald Trump took power, he withdrew all the aids that South Africans were getting, and worst of it, that aid was for the vulnerable people with HIV, and that had to lead to a lot of reduction of staff, and it's equally been costful on the medical side, and it's equally been weighing down those people affected with HIV that the aids were being granted to. And to grant it all, he equally stopped doing some certain forms of trades which South Africa, which equally impacted the economic of South Africa. And today, if you look at how South African currency is doing to dollars, you'll see that it has been on a sharp rise since 2018. About 2018, Rand was trading with dollars at 13 Rand per dollar, but today is way above 20, and sometimes it goes up. Though the market is volatile, so it goes up and comes down, but you can equally clearly see that South Africa is feeling the inch. Alright, so now looking at Donald Trump's style, he's a man that he's very predictable, but we equally know what he could do. Because just imagine a president coming to visit his fellow counterpart, him keeping a video, him producing documentations, just to put that on stage, maybe trying to emulate his counterpart. That doesn't make sense, but we all know that that is Donald Trump's time, because after all, we witnessed it in the overall office when Zelensky visited president. So we equally witnessed that when the president of France was there. We equally saw that when Starmer was there. So I think the only person that Trump was kind to was probably the Prime Minister of Canada. But we have seen that series of train anytime any world leader is going to the presidency. And I'm equally sure that before Cyril Ramaphosa went to the United States, he was already aware that something would play out like that. And since he was equally going few days after Trump granted refugee status to some of the Africans. And so if you look at how it all played out and seeing how Ramaphosa was well prepared, he went with the whites that are in charge of very high positions in the government, because him talking as a black Donald Trump will not understand him well. But if it's government officials which are Africans are giving their own view on how they see things based on reality, because they are ministers and they understand how the economic is working, Donald Trump will be able to hear him more. So that's the reason why he took a lot of delegation there. And just as anticipated in the overall office, after Donald Trump raised the issue of genocide, we all know that it's not true. For sure, we can't deny the fact that South African issue, what they currently have, is the issue of insecurity. Be it wherever you are, whether you're in Cape Town, Eastern Cape, Free Cape, not to talk of the world's Johannesburg or Cape Town. Alright, so after that, Trump played the video. Guys, if you quite remember the video of during elections when the EFF was at the FMB Stadium singing the Freedom Song. And if you equally quite remember, even after they sing that song, they were dragged to court that they are promoting terrorism. And good enough, EFF actually won that case, because after the judges detailed what the message that was in whatever they were chanting, there was no act or any time that he promoted terrorism, but rather it was their freedom song that they used to sing during appetite. And if they could sing during appetite and the world could accept it, even though the colonizers were not accepting it, but the world accepts their sing because it was a song of freedom, why should it be a problem now to Donald Trump? Alright guys, if you are new to this channel, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. That is the only way you can help us so that we can continue to bring you news that matter. And welcome back to the show. Alright, so after Donald Trump says that this is streets of the light, guys, have you ever seen that somewhere? So you could actually see that it was a well-planned ambush to ambush Cyril Ramaphosa on stage. And after they played the video, I don't know if you watched it, but I was so calm just looking at how the president would react when they were playing that video. And to be honest, it's my very first time. I'm very, very proud of the president of South Africa, because he was well calm. She pretend like nothing understand, because he knows it and he played the politics there very well. And if you actually look at the detail and what he was explaining, he make it very clear that he can't deny that South Africa don't have security issues, but those that suffer the most are not even the white minority. They are the black, especially women and children. And the rest of the story continue behind the stage, though he showed pictures of white farmers, some of them that were being killed, which we know it's normal story. There's not a day in South Africa you won't hear somebody have died because of armed robbery or something. So something is always happening, but that should not be a definition where somebody can judge from just I'm not sure that is even up to 5% of what the blacks feel, to say that they are being marginalized. And we can equally blame them a lot, the Africans that pull up such lies, because they just have the American dream. They wanted to be in America, so they can come up with any types of lies just so that Trump could believe them and grant them immunity to be in the state. Alright guys, that is all I have for you today. Please don't forget to like, share and comment, and if you have any topics that you would like me to cover, please put it in the comment section below. Until I see you the next time, thank you and bye bye for now.